Come on, Stanley. Wanna go there? Stanley. Wanna go there? Kitty, kitty. Stanley. Meow, meow. You in the mood? Wanna go there? Wanna go up top? Your pillow? That's right. Big cat, you are so much bigger than those other cats. Let's see if that's what he wants. Nope. You're not in the mood? Are you coming back down? Alright, come on down. Tucker, he's all flopped out over there. He's oozing off the couch onto the futon. Alright, come on by. Alright, here we go. Hi, welcome to my tube, my tiny little tube. My name's Marge, I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. It's really hard being an empath right now. And being an empath, it's different than being empathic. It's a little bit different, but anyway, people are really, really, really going through something right now. And if you don't know people that are going through something, then maybe you should go out there and meet some more people, because there's always people that are in some kind of need of help. It was probably, I don't know, it's been probably 6 months or so. I don't know how long. It's been a while now since Jessie's a boater. She lost her son in a car accident in his young 20s, right? And then a couple weeks ago, last week sometime, someone else I watched their YouTube stuff, her daughter, Kijin, her daughter unexpectedly passed away, right? She was in her 30s, I believe. Still very, very, very young, right? And my heart broke for them, okay? I don't even know these people. My heart broke for them. And then, man, hey, easy, come here. He was sleeping there first. You've made him really mad. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Good boy, Tuck. You want over here, buddy? He was sound asleep. You can't. That's why you don't wake a sleeping dog, Benny. Come on. Come on, bud. Come on. It's okay. He didn't mean it. Just lay right there, Benny. He's showing you his waggity tail. He didn't mean no harm. They got personalities just like people, man. It's a trip. It's alright. It's okay. He's giving him the stink eye. Tucker, come over here. Come on. Come on, Tuck. Good boy, Tux. Good boy. Come on. Go back into your spot. You got the good spot. Go get the good spot. Oh, you pissy. Missing this. I got my eye on you, Benny. Come over here by Grandma, Benny. Come over here. Good boy. He was sound asleep. He was knocked out. Sit. Sit. They're just like, they got personalities just like people. Anyway, I had somebody heavy on my heart recently. That happens from time to time. And so I looked. I don't follow anybody on Facebook. I just like that when I think about them, I visit them. Drop in, share their space, energy. Remember some good times. Stuff like that. And I checked in on this gal just this morning, and all the stuff I saw, I couldn't believe it. I've been sick about it all morning. When we met, it was a pretty significant point in both of our lives. I hope she doesn't mind me saying so. And I remember this one time in particular that we went on like a spiritual retreat, and I was tired and went in to take a nap. And she she came in. It was just, she just liked to clown around. She just liked to have a good time. I grew up in a way more serious environment, but I could appreciate that in her, And she came in and freaking squirted Cheese Whiz all over my face. So from then on, every time I think about it, it's like a connection that I just think of her and Cheese Whiz. Now that was probably 20 years ago. 19 years ago. It's probably 19 years ago. That happened. I don't know. Can't doing the math right now. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we were pretty good friends. I had an operation. I had surgery on my ankle, and she and her family brought me food, and that was cool. She got married, and see, I never had extended family, so I always interject. People say you interject yourself into people's lives. I'm like, I thought I was just welcome into them, but anyway, that's another story. That's for another time. But we were very close, and the morning of her wedding, I went and got Village in. We went and we all ate together, and had French toast and stuff like that. It was just with the kids and everything, right? Stepdaughter and stuff, and I wore fuchsia pants to her wedding because that was the wedding colors. So I had a fuchsia bow tie and fuchsia pants that I wore, polyester pants that I got at New Life Thrift, a thrift store I used to always shop at. And I'll never forget. You know, after when she and her, she ended up that marriage, it didn't work out. She and her husband are great co-parenters and stuff like that, and it just sometimes doesn't work out, and people are better off friends. That happens, and they're, you know, but she has these two beautiful boys, twin boys. I remember, I'll never forget when she called me. She's like, well, I'm having kids. She was on a train in Chicago. She's like, well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is I'm having twins, and I won't say the bad news, but anyway, so she went, and these kids, you know, but people's lives get full, and people grow apart, and one of my own insecurities that I've noticed is that there's not ever room for me, you know, like people go on with their lives, and I know how important mom is, you know, and it's like, you know, people have their families, and it always comes down to, it's just a family thing, and I totally get it. I understand that. There's no, like, nothing bad about that at all. It just hasn't been my experience, you know. So when I made the decision to leave Omaha, it was because I could just fast forward. It's like I've always saw how the future is going to potentially turn out, and there's just been more times than not, and it's verified in my videos here that I talk about how I see things and then they play out that way, just based on what I know about, well, human nature and the grossness of it. And so, before I get too far off, you know, people's lives change, but I never stopped. I never, you know, and her brother and me, we were buddies too, and I love that guy, Jason. And to have such a freaking big blow, as the story goes, he's dropped off, and it was in the news. It was in the news, so I don't think there's any harm in talking about it in Omaha, because it's impacted the community in a very big way. His dad, Tom, dropped him off, and he went and got where's my Kleenex? I should knew I wasn't gonna get through this without crying. I'll get through it, and then I'll talk about the land grab stuff. And then I moved away 6 years ago. So they were like 7, 8, right? And when I moved away. I mean, I remember having conversations with Jill. You know, she was like, she wanted to be a nurse, but she thought it'd be too hard. And I told her, you see, it'll be hard, but it'll be worth it. You can do it. You know, you don't want to. Yeah, she wanted to go to hair school. Not that there's anything wrong with hair school, but it's like you do what you want to do. Don't not try something because it's hard. Now she's been a nurse for a number of years, and so Friday, Dad drops him off at school. He's 14, just 14 years old, and he wanted to go to the office to get a snack, and I don't know if some employee or somebody said, "Oh, here, eat this and go to class," and evidently he had a food allergy. And that was Friday morning. And then he took his last breath on 3:43 on Sunday morning. They said late Saturday night, but that was Mother's Day, and that's just gotta be the fucking shittiest goddamn way. I've done that ever since I was little. I can't get too upset because my gag reflex kicks in. I'm alright. It's okay. I'm fine. He's the kid that everybody loves. He's the kid that everybody loves. He's that kid that the whole community is gonna come together and celebrate. Hopefully, this come next weekend, and I can't be there. I'll be there in spirit. And it just goes to show is that we never know how we impact people on this planet. And that kid impacted a lot of people in a very positive way. And it doesn't matter how, why, it just sucks is that there's so many people that are experiencing so much loss. I called Mr. Iskey this morning. I said, Mr. Iskey, I said, it's just getting to be so much. It's not even my hurt. It's the hurt because I know how hurt feels. And I know how they're feeling because I know what hurt feels like. I know what it feels like to not want to wake up because that first realization that you're asleep to awake just sucks. I know what that's like. And more people, I am so grateful for the community that she has to carry her through this time. I am. Because I have gone through every difficult situation in my whole life. By myself. And we all have our own experiences, and some of us have to go through hell so we can sit in the hole with the people that are going through hell now. Not just thoughts and prayers. I will sit with you in silence. If you need me, I will be here. As long as it takes. If you want to fall apart, I will be here to help you be put back together because I have fallen apart more times than I can count, and I've had to put myself back together. And what we're seeing now on this whole entire planet collectively, and I know this because Mr. Iskey's very good at verifying you know, like, yeah, I can co-sign that, or like, okay, Marge, or, you know, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, reel it back in there, Marjo. You know what I mean? But I said, Mr. Iski, it's the weirdest thing. It's like the clocks are aligning. It's like all that people's, it's like collective consciousness is merging, and everybody is having these experiences that are just soul wrenching. They're just wrenching our souls, just to remind people that you got a fucking soul, and you got to start living from that in a good source, not a freaking money grabbing, land grabbing thing that we're seeing. Which brings me to my next topic: the land grab. Real life ain't pretty, is it, folks? Real life ain't pretty, is it? Hi, Stacy. Yeah, it fucking sucks, man. Because then I'm like, man, I'm the person that freaking nobody thinks about. Why aren't people like me dying and letting them, the good ones, stay? You know? Why is that the case? So, I've always kind of lived vicariously through other people's families, because I never really had one of my own. So, my heart broke for the millionth time. The cool thing about God's grace is that, you know, if you pay attention, if you try and put in a little effort, that you can always find ways to put your heart back together. So, anyway, the fire's getting closer. Man, I said, oh man, it's getting closer. I don't like it. But it's just, you know, something else that you gotta deal with, man. Anyway. Whatever comes, we'll handle it together, huh, Mom? We all gotta load up and drive up the road. Huh? Can't go see your son. We don't know where he lives. Anyway. So the land grab. When I talked to Mr. Iski earlier, Prickets is what I call the governor of Nebraska. I fucking hate that guy. They're all scumbags, man. They're all fucking scumbags. And all the elections are bought, and like there's an election here, there's an election in Nebraska, there's elections all over the place. But so you elect a different guy. And what does that guy do? He spends his time not doing much of anything else. For the history of fucking these scumbags, they don't do anything for communities. That's why the country's shit. They just reverse the shit that the last guy did. Yeah, maybe he'll do a thing or two, but no, he'll just spend his time. It's all about pushing notes across the table. It's all political posturing. It's all reindeer games. It's all bullshit. So they just annexed from Mr. Iski's farm down there, that whole area south, because they got all this freaking bailout money, right? So these guys think they're freaking egomaniacal dumbasses, you know, but they're on the city council. And they're in these positions of authority, and it's about power. It's about taking what's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine, and you will like it. And that's what we're gonna see. And if people just look in their local communities, you will see it too. If people look in their local, because it's all over the place. It's happening everywhere. Everywhere. So they annex his properties. People lived on this farm, and they do it all the time. They've lived on the farm for 117 years. Iski's lived on that farm. Right? Right? And then this isn't even the bad part, okay? So that's a situation that's going on in Sarpy County, Bellevue, Nebraska, down by Offutt Air Force Base. It's all bullshit. It's all a bros club, and it's all for no good reason. It's all for stuff that they say exists, and it's not even real stuff. I'm a veteran of this. I was a part of fucking killing people in Iraq. because I was just doing my job, unbeknownst to me, that they would fucking attack America, and then I'd have to go to the fucking desert and help kill people. Perpetuated nonsense bullshit. Everybody know, more people know that today than they did that day, and I knew it that day. That night. That's a controlled demolition. Nobody's gonna tell me different. I didn't know the towers fell until 9:30 that night. Anyway, it's all bullshit, you know. But the people, it's such a big, gross, cancerous, nasty, fucking cesspool disease. It's so infested with grossness. It's so big that even you can't stop it, because all the people that are involved, it's like their wives and nieces and kids. But my dad's a really good. No, your dad's a douche. Your dad's a sucky scumbag. You know, but so many people profit from the system that they just keep going along with it. Because they don't got no soul. They don't got no spirit. They're just having an entirely 3D experience, and that's all they give a shit about. Money, property, and prestige. Get it, get it, get it. So, there's a story. Residents is at a site. Let's see if I'm going to lose this here. What they did is that the governor of Nebraska wants to put in a lake between Omaha and Lincoln. Only thing is, the people the property wants to, he's taking it from the people, and the people are like, what? You can't take our land. And he's like, yeah, we can do whatever we want. We're the government. And we can create statutes and laws and do whatever we want. You can try and fight us all you want for as long as you can, but we're the government. So if we want something, we're going to take what we want. It's all the government. You know? And they can't, and you're going to see it all over in your communities. But if it's things that you're for, if it's things that you know, you like, you want to go down to a fucking bullshit freaking man-made lake and camp, and you know, stuff you can do in places all over the place that people don't go to, and mind you, this fire that I have out here is man-made. Let's go take a look at the smoke, because the fucking forest department in fucking New Mexico is run by a bunch of fucktards. Yep, they are fucktards. So we got these two fires that merge into one, and then this is what the fucking people get. This is what the fucking people get. That's as good as we get, because people hire their buddies that don't know how to do anything, but it's the Swingin' Wiener Club, the Limp Dick Club. Yep, that's who started that fire. Are they going to get fired? Or do they feel real bad? Maybe if they feel real bad, those motherfuckers should be hanging in a tree. Yep. I said, Mr. Iskey. I said, what do? They just take whatever they want. They do whatever they want, whenever they want. And you can't fight back, because then you are a, what, Ma? Enemy of the state. You don't like what the state does? Then you're an enemy of the state. State's run by idiots. You're an enemy of the state. It's just, you can't do anything. You know, this is why I don't have guns. I don't understand how people are just freaking letting this country go down the toilet. They're just watching it. Just fat, dumb, and lazy. America just got fat, dumb, and lazy. So this is what we get. We're gonna find a mountain in